The only way to gird yourself against evil is to understand that you're an individual with the ability to understand and to know that there are objectively true things.
Yeah.
And they apply first primarily on the individual to individual level. And then their effects can be extrapolated out into a population. But the mechanism always has to reduce to one person and another person.
And the ability to think for yourself too, because I feel like the
Oh, now you see,
the amount of people that the thing is, here's the sad thing about it. Everyone can obviously think for themselves, but a majority of people choose not to because it's easier to have someone make the decision for you.
No, I don't think see. Are you familiar with the Beatitudes?
I am not.
Okay. So it's blessed are the X, for they will Y, right? And there's a list of them in the Bible.
Okay.
I can't quote them all, but I know that one of them is blessed are the poor in spirit, for they will inherit the earth. And there's another passage in there that says, the poor will always be with you. Right. And it's an instruction to a person of influence. I can't remember the name. I can't remember exactly who it is, but I know it's in there. And I'm pretty certain that I have a good interpretation of it. I don't think that it's so much making a reference to material wealth as it is making a direct reference to the amount of investment that any particular person has made in the pursuit of understanding those objective truths.
Becoming morally rich.
Yeah,
not financially rich.
And I would say that the overwhelming majority of people they're not in and of them. They're not capable. And even for the ones who are capable, it's not anything of themselves. They didn't generate that ability for themselves. That's a gift that they received. And the ones that actually do it and accomplish it and try to share what they've understood with other people, they've accepted the gift.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, like, all of our people who are in authority now, almost without exception, there's almost nowhere you can look to a hierarchy anywhere on earth now and find a person of integrity. That's probably the single most exceptional thing you can find, other than the human calculators. The ones that can multiply 7-digit numbers in their head and shit like that.
Those people have a little bit of autism.
Oh, I hate that word. Oh God, it's another one of these stupid catch-all, mind-bending nonsense words that these people have created.
Oh, he can remember what he had for dinner 2 years ago. He must be autistic.
No, he just has a good memory. I mean, there have been people who are, who either isolate themselves or become isolated because they're not capable of ever generating an awareness of, like, their effects in social situations. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
But the idea that these doctors are actually diagnosing anything and that anything that they're pointing out is at all useful, I give it very little credit. It doesn't matter what environment you're in. If you shuffle enough people through it, you're going to find people that don't fit in that environment every time. So if that's the measure, then people who aren't good at math, they're autistic in a math class. Right? Like me. Me in a room full of people speed dating, I'm autistic in a speed dating thing. Right? You can construct examples like that infinitely. That's why a label like autism is almost entirely useless. What it does is it creates a banner for hysterical revolutionaries to carry around to get their way by convincing people that unless a political authority forces everybody to do something, that there's going to be some awful negative effect in the future. And yet the only thing we ever actually observe taking place are politicians making false cases, and then implementing policy that increase suffering. It's basically all they do. And if you ever actually make an observation where a general, a population of people actually improve their circumstance, it can always be demonstrated that it was done despite the powers that be.